Hello everyone, and well done for being selected to share your poems. What a big deal. It's huge. My name is Deanna Roger and I am a performance poet based in the UK, and I have some top 10 tips for performing poetry because I, for one, know how tricky it can be to get your words from the page onto the stage. So here we go. Number one. No one knows this poem better than you. So take a moment to remember why you wrote it and what you wanted to share with the world. You can scribble that down or you can just have a think about it, but really connecting to why you wrote this poem. Tip number two, use that to mark your intention. So is your intention with this poem to entertain, to make people laugh, or to shock them or inform them? Whatever your intention is, make sure you know it. My intention when I wrote Building Bridges was to encourage people to be themselves. Tip number three, there may be more than one intention, and you can colour code your poem with the different intentions to mark the shifts, which will help you in performing the poem so that you're charting the movement through it. So get out your coloured pens and have green to inform, and red to shock, and orange to make people laugh, and colour code it so you know what you're trying to do with each line of your poem. It's also really fun. Tip number four, rehearse, 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 rehearse. You can never rehearse too much. Try new ways of saying your poem. Try rehearsing in front of a mirror or in front of your friends or family, or just walking down the street, which I often do. So keep rehearsing because you're just going to get to know your poem more and more and more, which is going to give you a bit more confidence. Tip five, try on different characters. What do you mean trying different characters? I'm not an actor. Well, no, you're not, but you never know how it might serve your poem. Plus, it's a lot of fun. So, for example, you might pretend that you are a football commentator, or a rapper, or that you are a politician, or you've just met your favourite celebrity. By imagining that you are different characters, your voice will change and your body language will change, and you can use elements of that to support the performance of your poem. So there might be bits where you really go into kind of the meter and the beat like a rapper, and other bits where you are slow and considered like a politician. So tip six, remember your body. It is a very useful tool, as I'm sure you know, human. It's there to support you. It's there to support your voice and your confidence. One thing that I like to do is, in the green room before shows, to stand with my arms outstretched and my legs outstretched, breathing in and out, really taking up space, really filling in the space. And I feel that gives me a lot of confidence. That's called a power stance, and you can do it with your arms on your hips like a superhero. Whatever makes you feel most powerful, hold that position, breathe in, breathe out, you are powerful. Tip seven, similar to the character tip, imagine yourself in different places when you're rehearsing your poem. So sometimes when I'm rehearsing poems, I kind of mumble them really small and get a bit shy, even if I'm just by myself. And so I will imagine that I am on top of a mountain, shouting at the sky. Or I will imagine that I am on a busy bus, really trying to get my poem across to my group of friends. It changes my voice. It gives it a depth and a richness that I might forget when I'm performing. So imagine yourself in different places when you're performing, and so you've got lots of tools to lean on when you are performing, when you're rehearsing, so that you can use it even if you are performing. Sometimes on stage you might be like, okay, it's a small space but I've got to fill it, so I'm going to imagine myself on a mountain. So definitely do that. Tip 8, rehearse your poem really, really, really loud. I don't want to shout in case it's turned up really loud where you are, but really loud. And then really, really quiet. and then really loud again. It's really good to know where your voice can go, how loud, how quiet, and then find where you want to move in between according to what your poem needs. Tip 9, warm up your mouth. All of that stuff. This is a giant tool, a giant instrument. And so warm it up. You can give your face a little massage. You can make your lips vibrate. And one thing that I always do before a show is I roll my tongue around my mouth 10 times one way and 10 times the other way, a bit like this. It looks very strange, but it is important to me. So like this. Etc. And then the other way. Your tongue gets tired because it's a muscle and you've got to keep it fit so that it can jump around your mouth and make lots of good sounds. Also, tongue twister. My favourite tongue twister to use is this one. She stood upon the balustraded balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping whilst amicably welcoming him in. You can play that back and try it out yourself. But you can make your own. Just put lots of words with similar sounds together and try and say them as quick as you can to warm up your mouth. Tip 10. You are ready. Be you, smile, breathe, and enjoy being heard. It's a wonderful thing to be able to be heard. Well done. Good luck. See you on stages across the globe, no doubt. Just to close up, I thought I'd perform my poem, Building Bridges. And it's an acronym poem. So every line begins with a letter from the words building and bridges. Being you is one of the most courageous things you can do. Universes are formed from difference, colliding and creating new worlds. In a population of 7.7 billion, there is a lot of opportunity to collide. Loads more potential to create, to transform ideas into actions, dreams into day-to-day living. The power of a Chelsea fan roar is what it takes to peel beneath the sticky surface of labels, nonsense names that gate crash the party of diversity and squish the giant characters of people whose very being is cause to celebrate. Because you know that difference can get you into trouble. That human rights like food and homes and play are not a given. That inclusivity is an action, like welcome and kindness, and unifying delights like a Drogba free kick are lost quickly if we forget to respect the attempts of generosity, of fairness and patience, acts of magic which shift the game. Equality is a collaboration of individuals who have galaxies to give. So be you and share your shine. It's the most courageous thing that you can do. See you.